We are about to get into round 2.
Salt versus Neil deGrasse Tyson 420 Smoke It Blaze It whatever. I don't know what their
Okay.
actual name is.
Yeah, I've actually I've seen a game of these two. That's not actually the real Sheever, by the way.
No, yes it is.
Game.
We expect many Tide Hunters to come out from this Sheever.
Oh yeah, the Tidehunter Ravage is very good. Very good.
Very good.
High impact.
Hi
Instant loss.
highest impact in my opinion. The less things that Ravage hits, the better off it is.
Yeah. Um, that's a more of a go button for this for the enemy team than anything. So, um, let's see. Make sure everything is running properly. You have sound running.
I do not have any of my open mic stuff going, so it's not going to be in game. But we should have sound anyway.
Going. All right. So, I am. This is Georgia Tech Gamefest. We are in round 2 of the Dota 2 tournament of the Swiss rounds. I am Evolution of War. Joining me is.
Zimbabwe.
Alright, and once again, we have a game between NaCl Reinforced, which can be Salt, and Neil Smoke deGrasse Tyson on the Radiance. So, first band's coming out. Pretty typical things. We have a Razor and a Death Prophet band. So, you know, pretty standard. No one wants to play against them, and they're kind of annoying to play as, I would say. Extremely dominant laners. So not too much of a shock. And Spectre being banned again by the Salt team, so they really don't like to play against that.
Really, I guess salty against the Spectre.
I don't like playing against Spectre either. It's like it's so hard to stop her nowadays.
It's such a liability late in the game where you've got a Spectre that maybe has a Radiance and a Manta. She's somewhat behind, and then one team fight goes wrong, and she's just huge. But we're not going to talk about that. Right now, we're going to talk about a Centaur War Runner and a Terrorblade. Two huge impact heroes, and I'm very happy to see Terrorblade here, even though it means we'll probably have a 60-minute game on our hands.
Yeah. Terrorblade. It's one of those unspoken, overspoken beasts of the game, just because Metamorphosis, Illusions, and
so much damage.
So hard to kill, so much damage. I think he just has a really strong early game just because the Metamorphosis adds, when you hit level 7, 80 damage and so much range. It's dumb.
The fact that it is base damage that he gets and not bonus damage, it goes to his illusions. His illusions already deal 60% damage, so the illusions are getting, what? I can't do math right now.
It's like an extra 50 something, 56?
48? No. 56? 56 sounds about right. And then an Earthshaker pick to go with the Terrorblade. So, good backup support. The Ogre Magi for Salt reinforced here.
No, I think you're right. It is 48. Wow. It's 48. It's definitely 48.
Aha, yeah.
Right.
Math.
Math is hard, guys. Alright, Ogre Magi being played once again by Salt. So far they picked up 2 of the same. Not bad, they did well, but then...
They didn't have the Centaur War Runner last game. The War Runner's down the other team.
You're right. Hurry. And they also had Earthshaker. Okay, so Earthshaker going on the other side. Really strong. Kind of pretty good against the Terrorblade with his illusions, but I don't think...
The Earthshaker?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Earthshaker was a good pick by the Radiant team because it does prevent them from having to ban that out or fear it getting picked up because Terrorblade loves those illusions, loves the Manta style. Don't want to get Echo slammed. Well, we did see in the previous game that some of you might have watched, those Echo slams just completely changed the team fights for the previous Salt match.
Yes. Had that Blink Dagger, was able to get in for the counter engage on those RPs. Did a lot of work. Bands coming out, see Legion Commander, which is interesting because Salt did run Legion Commander last game and is extremely good against Terrorblade Illusions because of the bonus damage on overwhelming odds. And Bane Band coming out, as well as a Marana Band.
Yeah, the Marana Band is interesting, but Marana Centaur War Runner, that ulti combo is up all the time. It's very low cooldown. It's easy to just pop the Marana ulti, watch yourself get into a good location, then have the Centaur War Runner ulti pop, and suddenly you've got a whole team of invisible units just standing on top of you.
Yeah, and I actually didn't realize how insane Morale ulti is, but it lasts 15 seconds. That's 15 seconds of base invisibility and invincibility during teamfight if you don't have any detection. And it's like, wow, why is it? I remember back in Dota 1 days, it lasted like 7 seconds. It was just so completely underwhelming.
Well, it's not underwhelming anymore. And a respect ban from Neil Smoke deGrasse Tyson of the Viper as, who was that? King Kaslab from last game, played a really good Viper. Had a quick mech, had some really good other items, and had a big impact in the game.
Yeah, so that's another mid laner down. They've taken out basically all 4 of those really annoying mid laners: Brew, Death Prophet, Viper, and Razor. So what would that leave us at? We can see a Skywrath Mage come out.
And then the immediate Jakiro pick. Now, something I'd like to point out here is that Jakiro Ogre Magi is a lane that's been run a lot in high-level pro play because the combined Ignite and Liquid Fire dots are really free high-damage harass over a long period of time. It's a lot of slow. It really makes it hard to trade. So it'll be interesting to see if they take this as a support pair or a dual off lane.
Yeah, and if they decide to run it with the Centaur Warrior, that gives a lot of space. It allows them to push up extremely well with the Liquid Fire, and that's 3 stuns in one lane. That's so easy to catch someone, especially with the Ogre Magi's instant stun cast.
Yeah, the Ogre Magi stun is a great setup for the Jakiro's Ice, and with the Ice Path there, the Centaur War Runner has just been able to walk up, stomp the ground, and get a hoof stomp off. And if you're not dead at that point, you're probably, I guess, a Tide Hunter.
Yeah.
High health support, Kraken Shell really good against right clickers, but really no right clickers here so far. Yeah. So with the Ember Spirit pickup, there's the right click damage, the physical damage that their Dire team needed. But really not early game, not really worried too much by that Kraken Shell.
Only 10 seconds.
And I'll have to see if Ember decides to take up the mid lane or the top lane, because Tidehunter is like one of those really annoying offlaners that you don't want to send a melee against.
But with an Ogre Magi and a Jakiro, I think the 2 of those would be able to keep the Tidehunter off the lane just with the Ignite spam and the Liquid Fire. To the point where he shouldn't be able to get any last hits.
Yeah, so it really depends if they decide to run an aggro Chai or they decide to safe lane the Ember. Which honestly, I'm not too sure if Ember Spirit needs it, but Ember Spirit doesn't have a lot of things to counteract the Tidehunter because we have Flying Guard, but the Anchor Smash is physical damage.
It is.
So it doesn't stop that, and Ember has a very low amount of armor. So
yes. So,
Ember
in addition,
against Titan.
Also, this Ember Spirit's a very safe pick because if the Ember Spirit is mid, well, basically the Radiant now has to pick either a mid hero or something else. I don't know. Probably a mid hero. If the mid hero is a good matchup against the Ember Spirit, then most likely they will safe lane the Ember Spirit and go for something that gives themselves a good matchup against the Radiant mid. So they're very open. And we have a silencer. So is this a core silencer or is this a support?
Yeah, they could run Skywrath mage mid, or they could run silencer mid.
And I believe this is going to be a core silencer.
Yeah, I would bet on it because silencer is very good with farm. Skywrath, not so much. Skywrath really likes having levels, but silencer does so much more, having an Axe refresher.
Yes.
So, and the last pick we see come out is a Bristleback, which I want to get because Keegan's like.
We need to. They can hear us.
Okay.
What?
I didn't hear anything.
They were pointing at us and saying, "Quiet down."
Only 10 seconds.
Casting locations.
He had our stream up, and he was complaining that he could hear us, and 1-800-Merlini.
Well then, that's totally not our fault then. Well, okay. So, nice Arcana coming out from Terrorblade.
Just a minute or so now until the game starts. Patience.
But let's see. It looks like we will be seeing a core silencer as he starts off with a bottle brush.
Okay, shh. Look at the drawing on the maps, right? Did you see the purple line going right here?
No, I only saw a blue line.
Oh, there was a purple line, but I don't think they have the comp for this. They've got wards. No, I don't know. It seems like they might have thought that it was possible from the other team, but
No. I think they're gonna sneak into the Roche pit and hide there. Wait for someone to come out for the rune, and then just ambush from that, that small lack of vision Roche pit. That's a funny trick to do.
So you should look at this Terrorblade, because he's rocking the white Arcana.
Yeah.
The Creator's Light Prismatic Gem. That is a very sexy looking Terrorblade skin right there. And Valve thankfully fixed the gems recently, so that they actually match the Terrorblade's Arcana. Now let's run through the team, since they're all standing around.
Yeah. In the off lane, we have Tidehunter being played by Rindo. The dude playing the Silencer going mid. The Dreco playing Skywrath. Sheever on the support Earthshaker, roaming around, has a ward, and has a nice totem. And Terrorblade being played by Corex.
No one was asking.
So on the Dire side, we have Catherine on the Jakiro, Small Weenie on the Ogre Magi, Keegan on the Centaur War Runner, King Keslab on the Ember Spirit, and lastly a safe lane solo Banana. So we'll see if Banana can get as legendary as his anti-mage from last year.
On the Bristleback. I forgot to mention on the Bristleback.
Did I say anti-mage?
No,
he was anti-mage last game.
He said on the Banana or something like that.
Oh shit, okay, yeah, he's on a Bristleback.
Oh, Fissure comes out, not gonna block it. We'll take a bit of damage from the Arcane Bolt, but Metamorph is also being popped, but the Fissure placement not quite as good as they want it. That will leave him in a bit of a safety zone.
An interesting level 1 Metamorphosis. Also, the cosmetics on this Radiant team are quite brilliant. There's an Empyrean, the legendary Skywrath Mage Immortal Skywrath Mage icon, and then a golden Earthshaker totem. Very shiny. Very pretty.
I remember talking to NaCl team, and they were like, this guy bought a genuine, genuine golden gravel maul, the Immortal, and he's gonna continually draft Earthshaker just because he has this.
Just to use it, just to show it off. Well, I like that.
This thing is like $40 or something. Maybe like more, 60.
So I think the bottom lane is going to be a bit of a wash. The Anchor Smash coming out. I'm actually missing the
like
Centaur War Runner.
30 mana cost compared to Centaur's Hoof Stomp, or Double Edge, which hurts both of them.
The dude is not having a good time in this mid lane. He started with Glaives, but is walking way too far in now.
Level 1, only has a 1 minute second.
And that's first blood.
Wow, Sleight of Fist being skilled.
Oh, now, but Sheever comes in and blocks herself. Yes, Sheever is a she. There's no getting out of it. Blocks herself with a golden golden totem there, or Fissure.
So 1 for 0. King Keslab picking up the first blood. Extremely good to have on that Ember Spirit. Has his bottle, has 600 gold. Probably gonna go for the phase boots next, but Rune has been secured by Earthshaker. Happy to have more mana. And Small Weenie, big problems in a bad position. Fissure block, gets concussion shot, another arcane bolt, couple auto attack will do it. Nice ice pass, stunning both of them. Another arcane bolt comes out. Will he have enough HP to survive this? Yes, he will.
20 HP.
Tango now is in a bad position if Terrorblade decides to just run in. Actually will not go towards the fight at all as King Keslab comes in. Another Fissure will secure the kill. The dude now not in quite such a good spot, but with no mana on the Ember Spirit, will be very safe to walk out. The Dreco now TPing out as he does have a teleport scroll. That was very good for him to have at that moment. And that turns out to be a 1 for 0 in favor of the Radiant.
Yeah, not much of an XP change or gold change there. Just some small scuffles going around.
I'm really surprised Terrorblade didn't just walk down and take that last hit.
Me neither, but I guess he had just popped his Metamorphosis again, and with that new Metamorphosis change, his move speed is much reduced.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, do you see the the banners of the Radiant team up near the top of the go. So there's that one, and they go up here. What's this?
Oh.
Oh, that might be the Dire side. No, that's the
a
Radiant
lot
side
of
banner. That's a lot of Sheever.
That's a lot of Sheevers. Interesting.
Yeah. Ember Spirit looking for this bot rune, but it was... Oh no. Picked up an illusion rune at bot, was microing his illusions towards bot. Just trying to scare away the Tidehunter.
Yeah,
and still, now we have this tri-lane versus tri-lane situation in the top lane.
Yeah, one of them, I would say... The damage output from having the Skywrath is going to be very good, but the stun combo combined with the bristleback autos doesn't have any NaCl go yet, but if they catch someone out like the Skywrath sitting on 500 HP, that could be a bit of a problem. Just because bristleback is already level 4, has a lot of right click damage and quill spray damage.
And once again, we're seeing that the Dire's supports are just completely underleveled compared to the Radiants. This Earthshaker sitting, it's not as bad as I thought. They're all basically around level 3. It just looked bad.
Yeah, because they need one more creep to hit level 3.
Yep. And this Siege creep should give that.
Engage, Fissure block, really good. Ice Path lands onto 1 or 2, I can't see down there.
Very, very defensive Fissure there.
Yeah. I will allow Banana to take up this Siege creep for free, but looking at the farm right now, it's actually Keegan on that off lane, Centaur Warner leading. Terribly taking up the second at 16 and 9. Tidehunter at 15, tied with the Bristleback at 15. Ember Spirit at 13, Silencer at 10. So, First Blood not granting too much of an advantage for King Slav, but he's still doing alright versus Silencer, and we'll have to see. Okay, this Silencer's going for a heavy harass build. No curse on Silent, but it will have extra damage from Glaives of Wisdom, doing pure damage against, so that won't exactly break the Flame Shield, but Vanguard, but that just allows him to do more damage to him. And,
so with this max Glaives of the Wisdom, and the way that it's pure damage, it's almost like having a permanent double damage rune. It's very strong these days. And it's definitely being used effectively to force this Ember Spirit out of lane. Ember Spirit is going for max Searing Chains for that damage over time that it provides, and the ability to hold someone in place whenever he comes to gank.
Yeah, having Flame Guard isn't very helpful versus this Silencer in mid lane, so good choice in terms of skilling. Silencer hits level 6, so we have to see if that comes out. Tidehunter also level 6, Centaur also level 6, so they have really 3 big ultimates now coming out. Ember Spirit hitting level 6, obviously not quite the global impact or a massive team fight impact as the rest of them, but let's see how they're used as we are going through these early lane stages. And the try versus try, you expect something to happen eventually.
Well, there might be something here if Sheever goes for a Fissure, but until that happens, not really going to be anything in this top lane.
Yeah, this Earthshaker just keeps waiting in the fog, waiting to catch someone out.
Indeed.
And this is literally the choke point that you want to stop someone at, because you can't cut through the trees there. You step over that line and Sheever's ready. Oh, Fissure comes out. It is a block.
Can he get it?
Yeah,
the stuns go out. Very good defensive Ice Path there. That should allow time for the Fissure to disappear.
Yeah, he did use a Tango to get through one of the trees, but not enough to quite get around. But that was a really good Ice Path, and no more damage followed after the initial Fissure. So.
And if you look at Earthshaker's mana pool, he doesn't have enough mana for 2 Fissures at the moment. Nope. So he is chugging mana as best as he can with his little 0.8 mana regen per second.
He has enough for Arcane.
Oh, the Tidehunter rotates top, pops his Arcane Boots, but not within range of the... Well, Earthshaker picks up his own Arcanes. And now we're looking at a four-person rush on this top lane.
Yeah.
Seems that Salt is wary of this. Maybe not. They smoke and they look to go mid. Right as their Bristleback is about to get dived, though he smartly backs up. They could be sacking this tower right now.
I think they saw the Tide roaming around, and now they definitely saw him.
Yeah, they know that everyone's top lane.
Silencer with a hasten right now is gonna be kind of safe until something lands. It's actually
Well,
smoke.
they just revealed themselves. The Jakiro has been revealed.
Yeah, this haste rune, 1/4 left. Metamorphosis as well as Illusions being popped, trying to get this tower. Bristleback is trying his best to prevent the tower from going down by taking the creep wave away, but there's still that pesky siege creep in the back. Radiant, the Dire have already popped up Fortify, and that tower is gonna fall.
Oh, King Kaslav is dead in the. Oh no, he's not. Okay, never mind. He has fire. He has fire in mid. I always forget that. But King Kaslav got trapped in by a fissure. Almost died, but no mana. Well, there was mana for the Global Silence. He just didn't want to pop it.
That could have been a kill.
It would have been a kill if he'd popped the Global Silence for sure. And yes, I believe you mentioned that top lane does go down.
Yeah, terribly managed to pick up the last hit on the tower.
In mid lane, we've got the dude getting caught out. Two of the spells missing. This could be really bad for the Dire team here.
Ravage comes out. Silence on the King of Slav. He's not going to be able to get out of this one with that Ancient Seal.
And no Centaur ulti. That would have been extra, allowing them to maybe get some move speed around. But I guess the Global Silence held that off.
Yeah. Silence is just one of those things that really shuts down Ember Spirit. It's really hard as an Ember Spirit to fight just with the silence on him, and with Ancient Seal as well as against the Silencer, hence the name. It's going to be very difficult for him to team fight properly if they land this Ancient Seal, which, you know, click, point click, instant silence. That's not fun. No fun whatsoever.
So Drum's coming out next on this Terrorblade. Already has the Ring of Aquila. Does have his drums in about 15 gold, while the rest of his team is just pushing this mid lane.
Yep, last word being cast Ember Spirit. Doesn't quite enjoy that, but we'll get silence after the Sleight of Fist.
So, something I'd like to find out is, if you cast Flame Guard when you have last word on you, do you take the damage before or after the Flame Guard happens?
I think you take it before.
That's what I was thinking too. So yeah, there we go. You take it before.
From what I've seen interaction-wise, it goes before any cast points.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're like a Dazzle trying to cast it, then you're going to take the damage. And obviously we see him here, you take the
dude taking a lot of damage from the Silencer here.
No, that's the King of Slob. The dude is the Silencer.
Oops.
Name flub, but in the bot lane we saw Ogre Magi go down.
And that was no Ravage.
It was a
no Totem.
Shaker. Yeah,
it was probably a fissure, but
they have 2 arcane boots right now, I think, on the Radiant, so they had no more problems upholding their mana. Ignite going on to Caressella. Ice Path does not quite land. And that's gonna be that for that. And the tower of T1 almost going down. This Terrorblade,
a lot of damage,
shoving up super hard.
No Liquid Fire on the Jakiro. You'd think that for a free spell you'd want Liquid Fire.
Ogre Magi cut out once again, gets hit by the fissure, gets a reflection on him. A Global Silence comes out, Ravage as well, and this is not looking good for the Dire team at all. Keegan is going to be forced away. He's trying to man up and get a kill onto Caressella, but Caressella just says not to take the double edge damage and then swap the HP of the Skywrath Mage. It's like, you don't need this HP. Go back to base. I'll just take it from you.
Well, that's what supports are for. They're just walking HP pools.
Right. Oh my gosh. And,
so, continuing in this mid lane, the dude is really just manhandling King Kaslav. There's not much that this Ember Spirit can do, and even though he's still sticking up in farm, the Terrorblade is greatly out-farming him, and he's not able to have the effect that he wants to have. As all that happens is this last word, a 12-second cooldown with a 6-second duration, 5-second debuff and a 6-second duration. It's basically up no matter what happens.
Yeah, and you just can't do anything about this. It's one of those things about Silencers, like, extremely strong presence in a 1v1, but if he gets ganked, he gets a lot of trouble. And so far, okay, 420 has always been able to help the dude out when he's been caught out so far.
Yes.
With teleports, rotations. So far this Silencer pick hasn't really been punished, and We have a random stampede come out. Not quite sure, but now Banana is going to be in a bit of
A
trouble.
lot of trouble here.
Gets fissure blocked. Takes
Gets
a
silenced
crush and
up.
ancient seal. We'll take a huge amount of mystic flare damage. A couple more autos will take him down. At Arcane Bolt will definitely secure it as he has no more HP. Tidehunter will blink in and take it with the Anchor Smash.
We have a bit of a gank coming in on the dude in mid.
Yep. We'll take 4 people, and this should be an easy kill. Haste rune on the Ogre Magi. Blink in by the Centaur. Follow up stuns. Yeah,
That was
easy.
That was definitely necessary, though. They needed to slow that guy down, because in the amount of time that he's been sitting there, this Ember Spirit has gotten 3 farm, and the dude on his silencer has gotten 13.
Yeah, this is not looking good for the Dire, and having any sort of pick off is definitely going to benefit their supports. Now Ogre Magi is, I'm not sure how close he was to level 6, but now he's definitely level 6. Has that multicast. Really good skill to have, undoubtedly.
In addition, as long as the Ravage is down, which it's now back up, but whenever the Ravage is down, you definitely want to take these team fights as the Dire side. As long as these Radiant long distance cooldowns aren't there, or long duration cooldowns.
Yeah, as you mentioned. The Blink Dagger on the Tidehunter, they do know it's up, but
Banana's gonna get caught in the top lane river, gets silenced out.
oh,
They drop the flare on him,
yeah, easy kill for the Silencer.
and the Silencer is now sitting on 4 stolen damage.
Ravage popped on a small weenie, big problem. He's the only one getting caught out. Silence comes out, so King of Slob will not be able to do anything. Echo Slam only hits on the King of Slob. King of Slob will be able to run out with his phase boost. Ice Path from Catherine will be able to catch Earthshaker underneath the tower. Because of shot coming out onto small weenie, big problems, will be able to catch on the Ignite. Stampede now comes up. Double Hook Stomp. Excellent follow-up. And a great Ice Path to follow as well. Ember Spirit will take the kill on the Silencer, and Centaur Warrunner onto the killing spree of Tidehunter. That is a complete turnaround.
That is a huge kill to pick up there, and a great turnaround by the Centaur Warrunner.
Look at that EXP swing. Oh my goodness.
Wow, and the gold swing too. So Banana's chasing down the Terrorblade in the bot lane, trying to pick him off, but Cheever misses the fissure. There's going to be more snot coming the way of
yeah, but
Banana,
this Terrorblade has like 15 armor right now, even with 2.
He does.
I don't think he's going to take him down anytime soon.
But Jakiro ports in. There's a lot of focus coming onto this bot lane now.
Yeah, this is a full team on the Radiance here.
Movement on both sides, and with no Ravage, no Silence, this is going to be a lot of damage.
There's a Silence on the King of Slav, the Ancient Seal. Small weenie, big problems. Drops the stun onto Sheever. Sheever's gonna run away with Ignite. Tidehunter now joining the fight. Will do a lot of damage onto Banana. Banana not quite able to do enough damage. Ice Path, actually it's the creeps that are able to take out the Silencer as he escapes. And actually the Ignite manages to take out Earthshaker while in the back line. So that's a 2-for-1.
Yeah,
much again.
I don't think they really should have had to dive that deep for the
goodness.
Silencer.
Look at this EXP graph. Just the sudden drop after that mid fight.
Well, the entire early game, the EXP was no more than a 250 difference on either side. The gold graph is still 2,000 in net of the Radiant side, but it was almost 5,000 at about 13 minutes. And with Blink Dagger up on the Centaur Warrunner, he's building into he has a Vlad's, so that's a lot of bonus armor for his team. And King of Slob is definitely going to be looking for that Battle Fury sometime soon.
Yeah, he hasn't started it, but he's got the drums. And looks like Mechanism's coming out for Jakiro. About a third of the way there. Banana's looking for Vanguard, so into Crimson Guard. And as that
Crimson Guard will be great against this Terrorblade. That damage block on his entire team is going to really wreak some havoc.
Yeah.
It looks like the Silencer is actually rushing. I'm assuming he's rushing an Orchid.
Yeah, or it could be a Refresher.
Why would you get Refresher without the Axe first?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they think the Silence is enough. They are a spell dependent team. Stampede trying to chase out Corexella will take a stun, as well as a Blink Stampede.
They have to keep him
Ravage.
stunned. Will he get the Will he get the Sunder off?
Thunder has already been used.
Oh,
Even
you're right.
Now dropping super low. Silence comes out. They Corexella will tick down to the ignite damage.
That was a lot of damage there.
Centaur Warrunner will be taken out by the Silencer. Another couple int for him. They won't have anything to stop this TP quite yet. Fissure comes up a second too late. So that's a wow. Jakiro dies too. I didn't.
Well, the Ember Spirit died at the start of that fight.
Oh yeah.
So not really the best trade. Did take down the Terrorblade, but he's so far ahead that I don't know if he really cares.
Yeah. Terrorblade 1k up on his team. 1.4k up on the Centaur. Huge lead.
Shiver is about 200 gold away from her Blink Dagger. And that's going to be a big playmaker. 1 or 2 more creeps. All she's doing, please give me these creeps. All I need is 70 gold. Sell your TP scroll to get your Blink Dagger, Shiver.
Not worth it, but you can just fissure seal them all. That's all you need. Yep, there you go. Takes 3 of them. That's enough.
That's enough.
Alright, so
The dude is still just being, well, I guess a dude in this mid lane, putting a lot of pressure as these dire team members try to push in. Ravage will be up in 68 seconds.
But now they have that Blink Echo Slam, and they probably don't know the Blink is out, so they have to play. They won't know it's coming, and they have this high ground ward on the Radiant to know where they are mostly.
Yeah, no backstabs coming from that direction for sure. Banana just goes back top. He has finished his Vanguard. Jakiro looks to be, yeah, you said working on a mech, still no closer. And Small Weenie, big problems. Kind of just sitting solo in the mid lane.
Yeah, they definitely won't blow the Echo Slam for that, and they don't have the Ravage either.
30 seconds for Ravage, 13 seconds on the Silencer.
So right now, if they want to catch someone out, it's going to be Fissure into like Ancient Steel. They do a lot of damage with like 3 spells though.
Yeah. And Banana does take out the top Terror.
That was super game.
So Boots of Travel up on this Terrorblade. He's just going to look to be all over the map now. He's moving very quick. 477 move speed with drums and Yasha.
Oh,
Silence goes off.
Wait, where? There's no fights?
On an illusion possibly, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, there was a Centaur illusion somewhere.
Where is the Silencer? The Silencer was up pushing mid. Oh, Keegan, blink. Will he blink? No, he blinks past
right
him.
past him. Had no idea. Just that little fog right there.
Mm-hmm.
Completely juked out.
And now the Radiant team starts porting bot to defend out this. Earthshaker blinks out, kind of leaves the... Oh. Lots of damage coming out on King Slob.
Mystic Flare as well as Ancient Steel. Ravage comes out, will secure the kill onto Earthshaker, not that he was... Ember Spirit, not that he was already dead. Small Weenie, big problems. Will get caught out by the Earthshaker enchant totem, and...
No mana for a Fissure, so Earthshaker's just going to have to let the Jakiro get away.
Yep, that's unfortunately pushing up when the big ults are out. And, obviously resulting in 2 more deaths results. I wonder how salty they are.
Well, if anything, the Radiant team is doing a great job of taking down all of the Dire's towers. There's only 1 tier 2 left, and that is in the mid lane when the Radiant team has lost only 1 top tower.
Yeah, that's a Terrorblade right there. But you were correct, the Silencer is going for an Orchid, while the Tidehunter is going for the Ravage. Refresher already has the Oblivion Staff and Perseverance on that Tidehunter, so he is
Really?
1.7k gold away from that Refresher. That is a dangerous thing. Small
Ember
Weenie, big
Spirit.
problems. Oh, go for it.
Ember Spirit's sitting on, well, a Ring of Health, desperately trying to get to his Blink Dagger, but if you want to go back to that XP graph, it's kind of turned around again. And this time in a much greater fashion. Gold graph, they've got a 7,500 gold lead at the moment.
Yeah, that's just because of the big team fights. Stampede goes out, will not be able to catch onto the dude, actually blinks past him. We'll take an ancient last word and then gets sealed up by the Skywrath. Then, you know, this arm pops off. So
Really great reaction timing by the dude.
yeah, just he's just free to walk around, obviously, with Stampede, and that's a kind of a big ultimate right now. It has a 75-second cooldown, not too bad. But right now, what can they do? What can the Dire do right now? They haven't been able to take any team fights, and they aren't able to act when Ravage and Echo Slam are down. Right now, Ravage is about 18 seconds before it comes up again. Can they even take any more team fights? It's a question.
Banana getting chased down mid lane. Rendo goes up the hill, gets hit with a multicast. Stomp.
Stomp actually does hit Ancient Seal before the double edge comes out. Silence comes out as well. This will just be a disengaged Silence though, as no one's able to follow up. Not Shiver, sorry. The Tidehunter Rendo not deciding to pop off the Ravage. I just, Shiver, Ravage, you just have to associate them.
It's a good association. The
Fissure
dude continues to throw spells like crazy.
Fissure comes out, doesn't quite hit on anybody. So, that Gravel Maul Fissure doesn't actually look golden. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I thought it was supposed to be like really shiny.
Terrorblade in the meantime is just pushing the spot lane. He's got 300 damage plus going onto this bot tier 3 on the Dire side. And if they just keep stalling and letting this guy rat, the Dire side is going to have more problems than their kill than the being behind in kills.
Yeah. King Aslav still quite a bit away from that Battle Fury, so he won't be able to clear out waves versus this Terrorblade until he gets that. And even then, it's still going to be a lot to work against. Right now, I just feel like Dire is being cornered in a way that they can't take team fights. They're getting out-pushed extremely hard, and their team fight is just nothing in comparison to the Ravage plus Echo Slam.
Yeah, they really need this Ember Spirit to be quite a bit larger. He's really nowhere close to the top. The Centaur Warrunner has more gold than him, and there are the 3 cores of the Radiant side are all ahead of this Ember Spirit. So right now, considering how effectively the Radiant team is halting the push of the Dire team while allowing their Terrorblade to just split push all across the map, I feel that the Dire team needs to adapt and try to do the same thing. Ember Spirit's a great split pusher, and if they can apply some pressure elsewhere on the map, maybe they can split and get some kills on their own.
Yeah, Ember Spirit with that Flamer Ring can easily travel across the map if so he desires. Needs to be having the foresight to do so.
Yep. It's also the multiple instant cast silences that are on the Radiant side. We've got the Orchid, we've got the Silencer ulti, we've got the Skywrath Mage E. The Blink Echo Slam is not a silence, but Blink Echo Slam is instant cast. So all of these things counter out this Ember Spirit, who needs a really good reaction timing in order to be able to not get caught by these abilities.
Instant Blink away as well as instant Remnant as the Earthshaker sees Ember Spirit trying to take the Ancients. Yeah, so you have a really good point. Ember Spirit's not going to be able to do much in these team fights, so they just need to send him up to split push as much as possible. And this is Manta Style already out? Yeah, Manta Style is out for Terrorblade.
Yes, I saw that. He's got another 1,600 gold, so he's about a quarter of the way to his Scotty if that's the next item he wants.
Yep. Boot just traveled down to the bot lane for Excella, trying to pick a fight with Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit plays very defensively. Just going to jump away. And,
healing back up at the base.
Yep. Right now, it feels like Banana and Small Winnie Big Palm are the only ones really getting farmed. Ember Spirit looking to get some damage down, but will be able to dodge the Fissure out though. Stampede comes out, Sunder swapping HP does not really do much right there.
No, the Sunder really didn't do anything, and Small Winnie Big Problems finds Shiver.
Yeah, only just two. Ice Path will land, Searing Chains will land, and Ember Spirit will pick up the last hit. So
really good kill. I think this is this is Salt's chance to actually do something with that Echo Slam down.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Not gonna have that ability.
The dude is being forced to TP out in mid. Oh, one more right click and he would have been dead from Banana, who really just dove under the tower.
The Deckle trying to bait for his team as Rondo comes in. nice ice path being able to stop a lot of the incoming damage, and Crimson Guard coming out as well. Banana will probably fall right here. Mechanism comes out from the Chikiro.
The Crimson Guard is doing a lot of work though. He's not taking any damage from those right clicks.
And a nice ice pass for the follow-up disengage. That's a free kill onto the Skywrath. That they were trying to bait for.
That was really... That was the best fight that the Dire could have asked for there, and they really need to make something of this. All of the ultimates are down on the side of 420.
Except for Echo Slam, which is now just, you know, respawned.
Just respawning. But a solo Echo Slam is not something to be afraid of when Silencer, Ulti, and Ravage are both on cooldown.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That should be a free mid-tier 1 as far as I'm concerned.
I'm really surprised that Banana managed to, like, harass out the Silencer solo, and then that bait just unfortunately not working out without the Echo Slam, without the Silencer able to dishing out the right clicks. So, Dire, the Salt team finds some sort of comeback, and King Aslav, now 60 gold away, now has the B Fury gold. So
okay.
That's gonna be that's a really huge spike in damage.
Yes.
And he now has Backslide of Fist. Oh,
Fissure coming out onto Keegan.
Managed to catch onto Centaur Warrunner, but with that regen that he has from Tranquil Boots plus all his other regen items, he's gonna take very much damage.
Carixilla goes back to the top lane, is really just forcing everything. He's level 16 now, and he has his first ulti orb. Has he picked up any other items? Nope, just one ulti orb towards that Scotty.
He's going for a really annoying build. A lot of silences onto the Ogre Magi. Cast Ignite.
Is Banana stuck?
That's a really good fissure. Will they be able to kill him? Yes, they will, but they also take out Tidehunter on the back of that. So, Silencer picks up the kill, an extra 2 intelligence for him. Bristleback, who likes to be able to spam with the mana, not gonna be spam with the spells. Not gonna be too happy about that, but they do find a trade-off. And I just missed the fight recap.
It's okay. So there's this ward right here in mid lane that has been doing a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
But in the meantime, we've got the dude getting caught out.
Yeah, the Orchid comes out, not quite enough. Haste Rune comes out. He's gonna be able to back away from that quite safely. So, well played. Good silence. Unfortunately, not able to pursue the Haste Rune with the Haste Rune on the Silencer. So, looks like I think he's going for BKB next on the Silencer.
So King Aslav went to fight up against the
Airblade. Oh my gosh.
Airblade. The Sunder was already used, and the King Aslav got quite low already. But
King Aslav? No. Krylixella.
No, but King Aslav was low because he took out Terrorblade, took Terrorblade a good bit down, and then Terrorblade sundered him, swapped the damage out.
Oh yeah, Sunder. He's already level 16. Okay, I was wondering what the cooldown.
Sunder's always up now.
40 seconds cooldown. Oh my gosh.
So Keegan with a pipe, big item, very helpful. They're going to dive this tower. They know where deCl is, I think. No, that's the Terrorblade pinging out deCl, telling him to get the hell out of there.
And he doesn't have a TP up. 15 seconds on cooldown.
14 seconds.
This is a free tower.
Oh.
Misses.
I don't even think they're going to check for it.
Is demolished.
He should be safe. No one has the mind to check it.
Banana's looking for his BKB.
He will TP out. So.
And Will, looks like while all of the Dire rotated for tier 1 bot, all of the Radiant is now pushing in towards this tier 2 mid.
Huge damage coming out. It's already done to half. It was sitting at about 2/3. Now they're gonna be able to stop the Ice Path on the Illusions. The dude takes a Searing Change as well. Sleight of Fist already dropping to a huge big damage chunk.
I think the dude is dead. Yes, he is.
4 staff into a multicast. That's a skill right there. Stampede comes out. Fissure block onto 2. We'll be able to blink away as Earthshaker has to blink. Ravage comes out, catches on to 3. Trying to disengage for Krylixella. Krylixella with that boost of travel and Manta style will be able to run very fast.
Where's the Blood Rage from this Ogre Magi? All he needs to do is Blood Rage up his buddies and they'll get plenty of kills here.
Yeah.
But Banana's just going ham. This Crimson Guard is making him basically invulnerable to these tower shots.
He got a 4 staff out from the Ogre Magi onto Banana. Banana was right next to him. And then Keegan was like, blink, post off. You're dead.
This 4 staff, this is the second game in a row that Small Weenie, Big Problems has gone for this early Force Staff on the Ogre Magi, and it's paid off in spades in both games.
I want to see the Ag Scepter though.
I do too, but the mobility of this Force Staff has been very, very useful.
Very useful.
And now the Blood Rage comes out. I believe a Blood Rage Bristleback is one of the scariest heroes you can fight against.
Bloodlust. Blood Rage would make it take more damage.
Bloodlust.
Blood Rage
Blood
is
some.
interesting school.
Shiver blinks in.
Shiver will take out Enchant Totem, takes a multi-cast to the face, will not be able to pull off an Echo Slam, secure anything right there. Ice Path comes out, very defensive, will impede the approach. Nope, Shiver blinks, takes a Fissure onto 2, but they will have a mechanism to heal only if it comes out. Another multi-cast coming out. Will use the move speed with Bloodlust to run away. Will take a reflection though, and that's probably going to secure his death. Another Enchant Totem will secure the kill. And
Banana's fighting against the dude in mid, and the Banana goes down to the Tide.
the Gush, unfortunately, does enough damage, even with the Bristle back to him. Fortunate. So that's 2 down, and huge, pretty big swing, I would say. But your core is down, your nasty support Ogre Magi is down. This is going to be a nice tier 2 for them.
And the tier 3 in bot lane is basically dead.
Xella with his 5 illusion.
And he's just going straight for the racks. Keegan jumps in. They need to keep the stuns going here.
Halo Rex is down to half HP. Thunder comes out. Keegan now at the lowest point of his life. No!
King Kaslav misses the
Searing Chains.
Chains.
Sleight of Fist. Cast it way too early, and that's
That is 800 damage done to the range racks, I believe. So that it will not be regenning.
That went down in like 3 seconds.
Mhm.
It was insane.
And he has his Scotty now if he wants to buy it. There it is.
Yep. So Dire now have to really keep an eye out for this for the rat. And since we have a Terrorblade with boots of travel, he can do that whenever he wants. And all major ultimates are on 420 are up, so it's gonna be really hard now if they want to fight. If they want to just play defensively, they're probably gonna lose out either way.
Yeah. There's a lot of basically in 1 second. Okay, so King Kaslav gets sealed.
Yeah, he's in a lot of trouble. Another Orchid Silence comes out. He doesn't have his BKB yet. He is dead. He's trying to be up by the BKB, but he's going so far, and the Ancient Seal Instant Silence prevents him from jumping away while trying to farm up the mid lane. So he's now, a step further away from the BKB.
Exactly. A very late medallion coming out from this Tidehunter, unless he just sold it. Yeah, I think he missed. Oh nope, it's on the courier.
Yeah, he got his refresher now. He has his refresher, so now he's just spending extra gold. This team doesn't actually have a mechanism, but I guess it's not a very good pickup at 37 minutes, so looking for ways to spend it. And Medallion will open up the Roche potential a bit more, because Tireblade can't use his illusions on Roshan.
He can at least use them to tank, but they can't do the damage.
Yeah. So with that Medallion pickup, they smoke up, and looks like they are going to go into the Roche pit. Drop a sentry so they know they're not going to be spotted. And
here they go.
We'll start on it. That's a -6 armor, thanks to the Gush as well as the Medallion, and they're going to take it pretty fast. Dire team not reacting to it quite yet. They do smoke. The Dire team not going to make it in time. They smoke is popped off, so they know that they're in the pit. Roshan is now down. Terrorblade picks up the Aegis of Immortality. And this just lets the rat continue. It's not looking good at all.
Yeah, so this net worth chart, Corexula is just topping everything. He's 5,000 gold above any other player on the chart. He's telling his team, all of you, rotate top, distract them, let me get this bot racks. And now he's saying now he's pointing mid, but Corexula definitely the head of this team.
Yeah, this game is on the back of the Terrorblade. And with his army, I mean, he kind of is his 5-man team.
Yeah.
Already there's 3 people on this bot lane from the Dire team to stop him out. Stampede being popped out, trying for Nana, doing a bit forward. Global Silence comes out. trying to disengage. Banana pops off a BKB. Will be able
Shiver blinks hard, gets a fissure off on Keegan. No reaction from the Ogre Magi.
Nope.
And Carixilla in the bot lane pops his Metamorphosis, has some illusions up.
He's looking to get this. Ice Path landing onto all of the illusions. Will stop the damage coming out.
Well played. Though in the mid lane there's a siege going as well as the dude and the rest of 420 push in.
Yeah, this is they have to play defensive, and even then, I don't know if they can win it out. They forced out the global silence, but they still have the Ravage, they still have the Echo Slam, and if they're not careful and they're all grouped on this high ground, they can still potentially get caught out. Corruxel is still picking up, will be able to take out the range rack. Ravage comes in, hits onto all 5 members. Echo Slam, double Ravage comes out, silences onto members that are still left, and that is 4-man wipe. Oh, melee reaction will go down. Ember Spirit is the only one left. Trying to slide a fist, do as much damage as possible, but it is not enough. Corruxel still has the Aegis. Drekel's dropping very low. But considering the Terrorblade still has that Aegis, he won't fall into
King Kaslab is gonna go down here.
Yep, 4K plus last word.
And Carixilla just doesn't care. He's killing everything, taking the racks.
Looking at buyback status, there is
Nope.
one.
Nope. And Rendo almost didn't get his second Ravage off there. He had to pop his mana boots after using the Refresher Orb. But I don't think it even mattered. The Blink Dagger from Shiver going in, there was a Veil of Discord over top of everything. There was far too much damage coming out. And now the dude just casts his BKB and runs away.
Yeah, they took two lanes of rack. Didn't lose anyone, didn't lose the Aegis. This is pretty much, you're stuck in your base and we can do whatever we want. And when they have a Terrorblade, they're not gonna get anywhere.
No, this Terrorblade is too big to fight now. He's got a Black King Bar that he just picked up. Selling off his Aquila, still has Aegis for another 2 minutes by the looks of it. So they really got some work done there. Normally you see the teams pick up the Aegis and they just don't know really what to do with it, but as soon as Carixilla had that Aegis in hand, they split the lanes, pushed in from the bottom, got a great double Ravage off. Really, the last 2 minutes of play has been all Radiant.
Yeah, and it was Carixilla who was telling his team what to do, and obviously when he took charge, they came up with some huge results. So now this game, the Radiant has warded up like just about everything. They've also camp blocked 3 camps, I believe.
Yeah.
They really want to make sure that the Dire doesn't get anything from this. Banana steps over a ward, walks towards north. It has been spotted out by multiple wards, of course.
There are Ravage is now up, and double Ravage will be up in about 30 seconds.
Alright, so dangerous. He's going towards a Shiva's guard, but I don't think it's going to matter at this point. They have this is such a great fight. Fraser lands on the small, we need big problems. Shrug it off. Ogre Magi. Just waddle away. Pipe being popped off, and then immediately the Ravage comes out. So most damage to gain right there. Multicast 2 comes out, Force Snap out. Keegan will land the stop with the Kraken Shell, will make it shrug it off. Corcella is now right-clicking down. The Crimson Guard coming out, holding a lot of damage on the small weenie problems, and Corcella now has to work by himself as the rest of the team has basically jumped out. Will be able to take out small weenie big problems. Aegis is popped. Silencer's on the backside of this, and Earthshaker sitting on the top with barely any mana left. Keegan looking for the stun, has it still on cooldown. Scary Change comes out, a 3-man
What a great fissure.
stomping him out. Shiver will probably fall as a result of this. This dude is now manning up, trying to take out Banana. Not quite enough damage as he has his back turn. It's going to fall to the right clicks of Keegan as well as Ember Spirit, and Corcella's manages to walk away. So that was a 4 for 2 trade in favor of the Dire. Is it enough for a comeback? I'm not too sure. I doubt it.
But look at that XP change. 5,000 experience. That does bring, well, brings Small Weenie almost close to that level 16 for the purest of skill. Really helps Keegan and King Kaslab though.
Yeah, that fire recap didn't even include the fact that Skywrath Mage had died, so Probably
Okay.
a bit more. And Ogre Magi has 2 pieces of his Ags now, saying 1.65k away from it. So he's gonna have the double Fire Blast come out soon, but it is some ground for them. They did manage to take out the Dude, and most of the other T-Bull, of course. The Terrorblade being the only one to survive. Still, that's the hugest network that you have to consider. That, oh my gosh, he's 10k ahead. 10k ahead of the Centaur Warrior and the Ember Spirit.
Well, it's the top 3 before that top lane fight were all on the Radiant for a while, and now Keegan, well, Centaur and the Ember are back in that number 2 and number 3 position. But they're going to be so busy trying to keep all of these creeps out of their base. I don't know if they're actually going to get any farm to keep up.
Yeah, and technically it was far back because Ember Spirit was basically non-existent in this game. He was always like sub 5.
Yes.
So this is really good for Ember Spirit. He is now completely in this game. He's done quite a bit of work. He doesn't have quite as much damage as he probably would like because of the requiring the BKB against all the silences, but he is now able to do something in team fights with the BKB and the Battle Fury, obviously.
Well, in addition, there's almost a butterfly. There actually is a butterfly up on this Terrorblade now. So that evasion is going to make it so that the Ember Spirit's not going to be able to hit him with those Sleight of Fists. And
No. Sleight of Fist hits regardless.
no, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
When did they change that?
Let's see. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it does because I've heard it multiple times.
No, because I mean I've seen Ember Spirits go MKB. I'm fairly certain it can miss.
Yeah, they do go MKB, but I'm pretty sure that it doesn't miss.
But it doesn't make sense to go MKB because you go Battle Fury, and at that point Daedalus is more damage. So the only reason you go MKB is because of the evasion. I'll look it up.
Okay. Let's see. So laggy. Alright, so now Cortella trying to push up. Tingasaw uses Ravage comes out, hits onto a majority of the team, but there are 2 BKBs. Immediately Ogre Magi is popped out. Global Sans comes out as well. Refresher has not been used by the Tide. Personal is just free to do whatever he wants. Ember Spirit takes out the Sans in the background. Thunder comes out and Cortella gets low. Echo Slam hits onto 2. And another Ravage comes out and just blows up everyone as Mystic Flare comes out as well. As they are just sitting ducks. 2 buybacks comes out. Banana as well as Love on the Ember Spirit trying to find some retrieval. Will not be able to find it as Searing Change does not hit onto the Tidehunter. And that tower is almost down. And they are still healthy enough to go to fight, I guess. Another buyback from Keegan. Trying to secure this tower kill, left with 49 HP. They can deny it if they want. I guess they don't want to. And that was a big fight. And Radiant won it handily, forcing 3 buybacks.
Yeah, so Dota 2 Wiki does say when Ember Spirit is disarmed, he will deal no damage. He can also miss, and damage reduction will affect the damage.
Interesting.
So you can miss due to evasion on Sleight of Fist.
Interesting.
I don't think it really matters. I think the 1 or 2 Sleight of Fists that the Butterfly provides the mischance for aren't really going to make or break this game. Especially
31 armor.
Yeah.
That's 65% reduction.
And he's building into a heart next, so he is going to be literally unkillable.
Yeah, I don't see Terrorblade. Like, he literally just manned up, stood in the middle of 4 of the Salt's team, and it was like Sunder, and the second Ravage came out, Echo Slang came out, and he was still standing, so he doesn't have very much to be concerned about, especially if this heart does come out.
I'm wondering if he'll actually go Satanic. It will stack with his Scotty. It will give him a lot more survivability in these team fights.
I would have gone. I like the Satanic because Lifesteal is another way for you to change yourself.
Look at these illusions top lane. Sorry, but the missing and the damage, like they just took out the last 200 health of that tower, plus put 375 damage or 275 damage into the ranged barracks.
Yeah. Terrorblade. It's like the new cancer.
Yeah, he is. And with Roshan respawned, Terrorblade continues to send these illusions to all of these different lanes. Farm up the jungle. There's not much that the Dire team can do to contest this Roshan, and I think with this Rosh, they've sealed the deal.
Yeah. I wonder who's gonna. I think the dude should pick this one up because obviously, Brexella on that Terrorblade is nearly spotted.
Well, the dude is currently invis hiding near the Ancients.
Maybe Tide pick this up. Tide has a spot for it.
I think Tide is the one who'll end up grabbing this because.
It's kind of weird because he really doesn't need it. Tide hasn't had very many problems surviving after the double ravage, but
No.
that'll keep him safe. Obviously, Terrorblade not in any trouble of dying anytime soon.
Definitely not. And Terrorblade now has his full heart flying out to him on the courier. So he will go for that last ditch item. Well, not last ditch. That sixth item that will make him completely unstoppable. This man is hitting for 223 plus 54 without the metamorphosis. When he hits that, he's going to be hitting for well close to 360 damage.
Illusion's doing 60% of that.
Yeah, which is...
damage.
Well, 216 damage per illusion hit. They hit very quickly. And a single illusion is bringing this range barracks down.
Nice pass. Ravage comes out. That's number one. Off the shooting guard as well. He does have the refresher. Will pop it off now. Hits on the two as three members have BKB on the Dire. Another silence comes out. Brexella picks up the kill onto the center corner. Echo Slam onto the remaining two that are still in the front line. Yugoslav will die to the Mystic player. Banana trying to man up, but he is left alone against five members. Will not be able to pick anyone up, and the GG well played. As Shakir is the only one left standing, and he can't do anything against the remaining members and the mayor.
Yes.
Nope, that's a victory for
420.
420. The Neil Smokin deGrasse Tyson team. Okay.
As it pops up in front of us.
Yeah.
So yeah, not really much to say here in the end. A level 25 Terrorblade with 447 CS, that's pretty unstoppable. There's no one on the Dire side who was even close to competing with that.
That is why.
That's basically it.
Terrorblade. That's a Terrorblade game, guys. There's nothing much to say than that. Ember Spirit didn't have a very good fun time in the mid lane. Centaur was doing okay, got his Blink Dagger a pretty good time. Tide Hunter also got a Blink Dagger about the same time. And, it was just lacking in farm in comparison to the Terrorblade, and Terrorblade, always gets massive, so.
Yep.
That wraps up that. We'll be waiting to see, we have CSL matches still most likely going, so we're gonna go into a break until the CSL teams finish up and we can go into round 3. So that's that. I'm Evolution of War.
I'm Zimbabwe.
And we'll see you later. I could definitely play some Osu though. Okay. Anyone wants to watch me play Osu for some reason, say something in chat. One of the caster's mic is too low. Which one? That was a while ago. This was before the game 2, at least. I don't know.